guys, today's video is going to about diplomacy, a very important modern device in international relations. I will be covering many topics related to international relations and English literature. So let's move towards our video. First of all, I will need to explain that what is diplomacy. In other words, you can say it's a kind of negotiation between member states, many kind of states of the world. Many countries use this as a tool in maintenance of their position, their economic state, and rest of the things. Now, let me explain that why democracy is important in international relations. Democracy is much important in international relations as any weak nation can enhance its influence or position in the world through successful diplomacy. A successful negotiation means a successful connection. But on the other side, any good, any powerful state can lower its position or its influence in the world through ill managed diplomacy. So, diplomacy is all about the management of good relations. In Oxford Dictionary, diplomacy is defined as diplomacy is management of international relations by negotiation or the method by which these relations are adjusted or managed. But sometimes diplomacy is confused with the term foreign policy. It is sometimes used interchangeably with foreign policy, but the two are not same. Diplomacy is a process and method by which government pursue foreign policy. It is not the policy itself. Hence we can say that the foreign policy is the policy and the diplomacy is the method or the process by which that policy is carried out. It is helpful in clarifying our understanding of how the process works. Now, let's move towards origin and development of diplomacy. The origin and development of diplomacy can be traced to the times of ancient Greece and Rome. Although Romans did a little to develop the art of diplomacy, but they made important contributions in the field of international law. However, beside all of these two things, when we moved toward the good diplomats and skilled observers, we came to know of representatives of Eastern Empire. They became skilled diplomats and trained observers, and they extended the practice of diplomacy. Following this time period, in the late Middle Ages, modern diplomacy as an organized profession arose in Italy, as the first non permanent mission was established in Genoa in 1455 by the Duke of Milan. Similarly, by the late 18th century, industrial, American, and French Revolution delved deep into a new era of diplomacy. The voices of the people for the first time began to be heard. And this kind of diplomacy, we can say it emerged in 1961 after the Vienna Conference on Diplomatic Intercourse and Immunities. It was attended by 81 states and signed by them, and it included all of the aspects of the diplomatic activity. Hence, the present day diplomacy is also known as new diplomacy. It came out after the result of many new developments. Now, let's move towards the types of diplomacy. The first one is traditional diplomacy, and the second one is new or multilateral diplomacy. The traditional diplomacy emerged with the formation of national state system, and it happened after the Peace of Westphalia in 1948. On the other hand, new or multilateral diplomacy, it emerged in 1961 after the Vienna Conference on Diplomatic Intercourse and Humanities, as it was a comprehensive agreement which nearly covered all of the aspects of diplomatic activity. Again, the traditional diplomacy operated under monarchy or aristocracy. On the other hand, new or multilateral diplomacy operated under democracy, a constitutional monarchy. Now, let me elaborate that what is monarchy or aristocracy. Monarchy is a system of government in which a king or a queen holds supreme power over the public. And the powers are often passed down to the family lines, like their son, their daughters. Traditional diplomacy operated on the assumption that great powers have special responsibility for the maintenance of the world peace. Similarly, multilateral diplomacy operated on the greater opponents. It is more open in character in contrast to traditional diplomacy. Now, the last thing I need to discuss is about the instrument of diplomacy, that how it is carried on. So, what is the answer? Foreign Office. It is the main body to carry out formal diplomatic responsibility. Diplomacy is carried on by governments through the Foreign Ministry or Department of State for Foreign Affairs. It is responsible for conducting the foreign policy and overall coordination between Foreign Ministry or Department and diplomats serving abroad. The diplomatic officials are divided into two categories. The first one is career diplomats, and the second one is political diplomats or non career diplomats. The career diplomats are those who are recruited for the purpose on permanent career basis through competitive examinations. While on the other side, the political diplomats are those foreign service officials who are chosen by the head of states from the person having eminent record of public life or political affiliation. Now, let us conclude this video in the words of Sir Ernst Satuw. What did he say? Diplomacy is the application of intelligence and tact to the conduct of official relations between the governments of independent states. So guys, this is all from today's video. Let us hope to meet again in another video. Thanks for watching. Allah Hafiz.